Of reports, let's dive into a bit of sports victory now. We've been seeing a lot of that lately. Now, Nigeria's senior women's basketball team, the Tigress, is expected to arrive in the nation's capital, Abuja, today. The champions who stunned their opponents in the final of the 2025 Afrobasket tournament with a 78-64 win are scheduled to touch down at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport any moment from now, following their departure from Abuja. Well, News Central's Joshua Imarayi joins us now for more on this. Joshua, thank you for joining us. Yet another win we're celebrating. When are we expecting the team to arrive in Nigeria?
Well, good afternoon to you, Blessed. Thank you for having me on the news on this hour. Well, I am currently live at the private terminal of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport here in Abuja. And any moment from now, the Tigers will walk out of that particular door to this area. But what we are seeing currently is not the situation we experienced during the reception of the Super Falcons. And earlier last week, this place was populated with spectators and what we shall the like who arrived in this particular place to welcome the Super Falcons. But this is not the case currently here at the private terminal of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. Once you can see, the people you are seeing on the background here are some of my fellow reporters and cameramen who are on standby here awaiting the Tigress, expecting them to come through from those doors. So this reception we had last week for the Super Falcons is not what we are seeing here for the Tigress. But of course, we are expecting them to touch down now. We can't place our hands on the time, but we know they are en route from Abuja to Nigeria as we currently speak.
All right, Joshua, I mean, the difference in the reception is a conversation for another time because I'm very invested in understanding why there is that disparity. But in the meantime, what's next for the Tigress when they arrive? Are there any scheduled visits, media rounds? Is there anything on their itinerary that we should know about?
Of course. Once it is that the Tigers touch down Nigeria, they're expected to make their way to the presidential villa, where the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is expecting them to lead them a rousing welcome. But the victory will end in Abuja at the end of the Afrobasket tournament. Of course, we are expecting a round of promises, just like the President did to the Super Falcons, where he awarded them $100,000 and some gifts in like so. So we are expecting the President to do the same to the Tigers. But however, we are unsure what the President has in store for this particular people who have won the title for seventh time overall and fifth time consecutively. So we are expecting them to touch down the presidential villa upon their arrival into Nigeria.
All right, Joshua Imarayi, thank you so much for bringing us the update from the airport. And we're definitely looking forward to seeing how the Tigers are welcomed back into Nigeria, looking at the win that they've brought to Nigeria once again. Thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure.